everybody. Thank you and welcome to the second episode of Blue Table Talk for Men. We designed this to be a safe space for men, and I'm so thankful tonight to have another fellow influencer, a TikTokian, if you will, a TikToker, Brother Will Fanene. He helped me with the pronunciation tonight. I've been messing it up all week, excited to have him. And I was saying one thing. He said, Dr. Sims, it's Fanene. I'm like, okay, I got it right now. Good evening, Will. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, Dr. Sims?
Listen, I am doing fine, man. Kind of give everybody your who are you? Help us understand who you are. Give us your bio that you got on TikTok and Instagram. Who is Will Fanene?
Okay, well, I'm just a career entrepreneur. I've been on social media since MySpace.
Okay.
And, I've just been using that, different platforms because I am an entrepreneur, to hold an audience. And like I was saying before, if you can hold an audience when it's time to, do your entrepreneurial ventures or sell a product or, get a message out, if you feel compelled to, if you want to witness to a whole bunch of people, whatever you want to do, they're there.
Right.
So, and a lot of people don't understand this, especially now, with my generation, our generation, or older generation. It's like, they're like, wow, what you doing on a kid's app? Like, what are you doing? And, I'm trying to hold the people, because when it's time for me to sell something,
yeah.
That you're just trying to get out. In between times, from one thing to the next, I just try to put out as many positive messages, positive vibes, share my experiences. So that's really what I'm doing on TikTok, is both of those. So entrepreneurial ventures and sharing my experiences, because I'm just trying to help people.
That is good. So you are a career entrepreneur. So what lane are you in? Are you a coach? Are you do you have a widget? What is it that you do entrepreneurially?
Well, several things. One, I'm an online teacher, so I have an online school, and it's particularly to the Samoan community. So they, I do lessons for them online, and then they'll sign up for my classes, and I make Samoan products like card games and books. I write different books and stuff like that for them to learn the language. The physical stuff is not e-commerce related.
Okay.
I have my wife and I, we have a shave ice business. So
really?
If you've been to Hawaii, you'll see the shave ice places, and it's like the only one here in the Midwest that does what we're doing right now.
Wow.
So I do that, and then I just have a bunch of e-commerce ventures. When I see something come up, mainly through Google and things like that, I'll it's kind of hard to explain on this, but it's like you buy ads,
right? And
then when people buy the product, you get a cut.
Okay.
So I would say it's like gambling, but because now I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, let's say I put $500 into this ad, and then people buy $1,000 worth of stuff.
That's good.
I just got $500.
Wow, that's tight, man. You're an awesome young man. What sparked this interview tonight? You made a post about a situationship, a friends with benefits relationship you were in several years ago, and you made a statement in that TikTok that you were in no way, no shape to be in a relationship. Kind of tell us where you were all those years ago and how you entered that situationship with that young lady.
Okay, well, I knew her from college, and I don't think she liked me. I definitely didn't like her.
Okay.
But she was attractive, and that was the first distinction I try to let people understand.
Right.
I found her attractive, but I was not attracted to her.
Understand.
There was in no way was there ever going to be anything between me and her. But when I ran into her years later, we were both at the grocery store. She was like, "Oh, you want to do this? You want to do that?" So I was like, "Yeah, why not?" But
okay,
we, in doing that, we ended up sleeping together.
Okay.
So that, after that, it's like I let her know the next morning, like I'm not trying, I'm in no position to be in a relationship. I don't want no relationship. I'm just doing me. So she's like, okay, that's fine. I'm doing me too.
Wow.
So we're still doing these, we're still hanging out. It wasn't like every single day, but it was still, I guess it was too much for her.
Okay.
So she was during that time, she's telling me about different guys. I'm giving her guy advice. She's giving me woman advice.
Right.
But I let her talk about these other guys, and then one day I brought up the woman, that I was interested in, with who I'm married to now.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, when I brought her up, she got, I guess you could say, possessive. She was getting on Facebook, and she was, she replied under everything and
Wow,
making it seem like we were together. And I'm like, that's not the situation. That's not what we're doing.
wow.
So I think she kind of got upset with that. And long story short, we ended up falling out because I just told her this isn't what I want. I told her that I want this. When I get ready,
Mm-hmm.
when I make myself ready, I want her. And she
Okay.
didn't like that.
She didn't.
So
And so what were you going through? You had make it, and we were saying pre-show that you were so self-aware you knew not to get in a relationship. So what were you going through at that time, Will?
well, so I just gotten divorced.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, so all my money was gone at that point. So it was like, and then that part didn't bother me. It was the child,
okay,
my child, and it was almost like he was being used as a pawn. So
okay, okay.
that's what was really killing me at that point. So I was depressed. I
Wow.
was I was drinking all the time, and I was just at home. I was just air mattress and noodles. I was cool like that until I figured out what I was, how I was going to get out of this situation.
Okay.
So, I no, I was in no position to be in a relationship at that time.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow. That I appreciate that, man. And if she was in the right frame of mind, she could have appreciated that as well because you were straight up. You did not pull any punches. You didn't lie
right,
about anything. You weren't trying to present it like let's do a relationship and I'm cool with that and then you got your eyes on somebody else. You were pretty straight up.
right, right. And the thing is, too, you can see. I mean, as a lot of people, a lot of the women were like, "Well, you should have known that she was in no position to be dealing with you. She should have known she was in no position to be dealing with you.
Exactly.
Well, that I was in no position to be dealing with her. So it really was just sex for me, But I
Wow.
still wanted to be, we're cool. You call me to come change your tire, I'm gonna do that. If you want
Right.
to go to the movies, we'll do that. We're friends that just so happen to have these benefits. I saw her no different than I saw my frat brother. That's it.
I can't. What
You know,
fraternity? What fraternity?
Alpha
Okay.
Pi Alpha.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You can tell an alpha man, but you can't tell him much.
I don't even get that. I don't even get that.
So
Yeah,
so do you? Okay, let's swerve a little bit because the big thing. A couple of my friends did some TikTok, some lives about men and women can be friends. Do you agree or disagree? What is your position? And if you would give advice to the fellas tonight, do you advise on having women as friends? Can men and women literally be friends?
I think you can be friends with them, but if they already like have somebody in their life, that's not gonna work. Because almost every single I never had no ugly friends, and that was
Right.
for a purpose.
Understand.
Eventually, right? Yeah. Eventually, if you was ever down with that, hey, we could do that, man.
Right.
But we're still gonna be friends.
Right.
I can do that. But a lot of the drama that came in my life was because that's how I thought.
I
Women
understand.
could not handle that.
Right.
So today, God forbid if something would have happened between me and my wife when we split up,
Right.
I would hope that I would not be that horny to operate like that, where it's like, okay,
I understand.
there's a benefits, But I don't know. Hopefully, I'll never be in that position to ever try
Right.
to find out.
Right.
But it's just not.
Okay.
I don't think it'll work.
I feel you. I know it's tough, man, because that elephant is always in the room. We gonna sleep together,
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So okay. So that kind of blew up, if you will. So how did your now wife? How did she get back in the picture?
Well, she got back in the picture because I was able to get myself together. So I just started another business. It started doing well, and that's when I was like, okay, I think I'm ready for it. But I was not, I'm not gonna approach a woman and I'm broken. I just ain't got my life together. So
Right.
once I got that, I knew I was already focused. That's who I wanted, and I was making room for her. I was already preparing to
Wow.
be with her. You know what I mean? But I didn't
Okay.
do that. That's what I was trying to get people to understand on that TikTok. I was not doing this for this other woman. I would have been content sleeping on my air mattress and eating phone
Hello.
sausages. I would drink,
Hello.
and sticking with you if you're gonna give it to me. So that's what I was taught, and I was trying to let them know. If a man is not making room for you like that, if he's not preparing for you, he don't want you like that.
So what was kind of the feedback from that? Because man, you got a lot of comments on that one TikTok. What was some of the
Right.
feedback that you were getting from that TikTok?
I mean, a lot of it was negative. They were saying like they were putting it on me like she had no accountability. But not all of them. I won't say all of them, but I would say 30% of the women was like, yeah, she played herself. But then the others was like, yeah, you should have known that you weren't ready to date. I wasn't dating.
Yeah, you were straight. What I love about you, and what I was so thankful for, and this is what I tell, especially men and women, day one, hour one, minute one, let's set expectations. And you did that.
Right.
You did that.
Right.
You were so responsible. And I appreciate that about you. And I wanted to tell you that. I wanted to tell you that tonight, that I appreciate. I'm so proud of you. You were straight up. You were straight up and said, listen, no, I don't want a relationship. Now we gonna have fun. We can do that all day and twice on Sunday. But I'm no. So okay, let me help us with this. Help the fellas with this. Help the men with this tonight. How did you not catch feelings for this young lady? How did you keep your emotions at bay, even though you guys were enjoying each other? How did Will stay focused? That you know what, I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm having a good time, but I'm not catching feelings. How did you do that?
I think for me it's just because I already knew like I didn't want her because
Okay.
Without putting her business out there, just in case it gets out to the atmosphere.
Yes, sir.
Like,
okay.
On a macro level like that, is she personality wise, I ain't want it like that. There was now I would be telling too much about.
I got you. I'm with you.
But it's like I just knew I didn't want her. But hey, I'll sleep with you though.
Right.
So that's
right.
I think that's hard for a lot of women to understand that. Like why would you lay down with me and you know good and well you don't want me on any other level but that.
Wow.
But but like I said, when people call it friends with benefits, I will be your friend, and I'm able to separate.
Okay.
That,
okay.
And if I can't, I'll communicate that with you.
Okay.
I think and that has happened to me before. Like, man, I think I'm starting to have catch feelings for this girl.
Right.
But it wasn't that strong where it was like it was going to come.
I understand. Okay, so how did you? Okay, you were getting everything kind of lined up. So how did your now wife? How did you let her know? Hey, I've been. Oh man, I've been after you for a minute. I like you. How did you navigate that?
She actually was kind of like she was present the whole time. Like she kind of knew.
Okay.
Me and her had we stopped talking to each other, and then during that separation, like we were still kind of following each other on social media, so we were kind of looking like that. But it was like I asked her the other girl,
okay,
how could I contact her without but still keep that distance, and that's like I said, that's when she got upset.
Okay. You were trying to ask her for some female perspective, some advice, and she was like,
same thing she was doing with me.
Wait.
Right.
Why you interested in her?
right. And that's what. So a lot of people in the comments were saying, well, they were saying that maybe she wasn't interested in me at all. She just felt like maybe she lost.
Okay, so she took it. It's like an ego hit for her.
Right, which is another reason why I said personality-wise, I can never be with her because I kind of felt that about her. Just in general. I mean, she's successful. Which is another reason why you don't look at no broke man and you successful and what you want him for.
Right.
I would not even expect you to want me.
Wow.
So I wouldn't expect no woman to want me in that state. So if we have a friends with benefits sort of situation, I would think that's even more clear to you to keep it like that. So when people are saying, well, she didn't really want you, she was just mad she lost.
Wow.
That kind of made sense to me. It made, because I never thought of it like that.
And you just, like you said, you guys It's just like with shaved ice. I want strawberry banana. I don't want blueberry.
Right, exactly, exactly. That, I mean, it was as simple as that. So, but yeah, this my wife. I loved how humble she was. I love how she was kind of to herself. The other one was just the opposite. Everything I say
Wow.
about this one, my wife was just the opposite, and that's what I needed in my life. To when they said your better half, she's my better half. So
Wow.
that's what I needed for me. And
Wow. So
that's
help us
what I went to.
understand. Help us understand tonight, Will. Why do you love how long have you been married?
9 years. We've been married 9 years now.
Okay, so what is it about her that you love so much? What just make you so you got that look, man. You glowing, you know? What do you love about her so much?
It's just like everything she does is like, she's thinking about me. She's thinking about the family. At that time, she was just thinking about me. Like she wouldn't do, if she walked in the room, she already had something. It's almost like she knew what I was thinking.
Wow.
And I literally felt like she was my soulmate because it was like you know how the love stories go. Oh, you think that.
I love love, man. I love love. I love love, man.
Yeah, I love it too. I love it too. And I hope more brothers will like just have that feeling because right now, especially online, you see like all of the negative rhetoric, going towards the sisters and all of that. And to me, that's not cool. Like, at least if you feel like that, don't blast them out online.
Hey, that will. Thank you, man. It's I listen to a lot of TikToks, and I pretty much take a vertical slice across all the relationship TikToks, and everybody is hollering about what are you bringing to the table? What are you bringing to the table?
Right.
And in all of this dialogue, nobody uses the word love.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says I'm willing to be committed. I'm willing to be vulnerable. What? Okay, and I did this with another friend of mine. Okay, I'm giving you a clean slate tonight, and it's up to you to come up with a strategic plan for men and women, black men, black women. How can we get better? Because right now it's like we at an impasse. Nobody wants to budge. We just here. And so if you had you have a blank sheet of paper to come up with a strategic plan for men and women in relationship, what would be your first three big bullet points?
Work on yourself. Number one.
I'm writing it down. Hold on. Let me get my pen. Thank you. This is what I preach, Will. This is what I preach, man. Work on.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, work on yourself. Whatever that means, because we're all different. We're all individuals. So
right.
Whether that means you need to be financially secure, whether that means you need to work on jealousy, whatever it is that you have to work on, do that first.
That's good.
And prepare yourself. Yeah, prepare yourself to be, a mate with somebody.
Oh, that's good. But what's number 2 and 3?
Number 2, accountability. So, and I see this on, with women too. Just even with that one post, nobody wanted to take accountability. It's like, you're accountable for you. I'm accountable for me. And if the first thing we do is say, look, I see what I did. I'm sorry, and that'll be number 3. I mean, there's others, but those are the first 3 to come to mind. Be able to say, please forgive me. I'm sorry. A lot of women can't. The ones that I know can't do that.
I know a few like that too. That's all we talk about. The ones we know. The ones we know.
Hey, pulling teeth trying to get an apology. But if you're able to take accountability,
wow.
Even if your part is only 1%, 2%. Look, I'm sorry for this little bit. Well, not this little bit. This part that I did. Please forgive me.
Wow.
And then if the other person is able to take accountability, y'all can work from there. But if you point at him and she point at you and going back and forth, it's never gonna work.
Man, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. So you and your current wife, Mrs. Fanene, what's been a challenge for you guys over 9 years? What are some of the hurdles that you guys have hurdled together?
Well, the main one is just I guess insecurities, and I don't want to say too much about how her insecurities, but like she knew where I came from.
I understand. Understand.
Yeah, she knew that I had been with just been around,
Right.
So she would always think that that I was probably going to be trying to be on something else.
Right.
It was never like that. Like I always saw her.
That's so awesome, man. Because you're a handsome young man. So
thank you.
And she felt like, and like you said, not talking about her per se, but she felt sometimes a little insecure because she's like, "Am I enough for him?" You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I mean it took us 7 years to get past that point where it's like, I'm just going to the store, that's it. And I mean, those are the biggest arguments. And actually, that was the center of a lot of the arguments. And everything would go back. Well, after, like, we had therapy and all of that, every time we would go back, it would stem back to, you was a hoe. You was out in the streets. You was, why
this is why we at the blue table. This is why we at the blue table. And let me tell you something that I see about you. Let me tell you something I see about you.
Okay.
And what I appreciate. You're very patient. You're very patient. Yeah. And I appreciate that because you stayed and you weathered that storm and you simply said, "Baby, I am only going to the store."
Right.
You're my choice. And that's what I tell people, when love is involved, it makes the difference.
Mm-hmm.
When love is involved. Good evening again, everybody. Hey, Miss Vanessa. Good evening, everybody in the chat room. Thank you for being here tonight. We're at the Blue Table, Talk for Men. I'm here with Will Fanene, and we just walking down his relationship journey. He was a man that loved extracurricular activities, and he's married now. He's in a very healthy relationship, and we just got the strategic plan for men and women. Number 1, work on you. Number 2, accountability. And number 3, be able to forgive and say, "You know what? I apologize. I messed that up. I fumbled the ball." Because if that young lady, friends with benefits, we're going to call her friends with benefits, if she had came to you and said, "You know what? I didn't want to, but I started to like you a little bit." And you could have had another conversation. So, well, you know what? I understand, but I'm going in another direction. Okay, we cool. Let's end on a good note. You're an awesome man, and I would love to have you in my life. But hey, we had an understanding. We had an agreement.
Right.
If she had been able to do that, you may have saw her in a different light.
Right. Exactly. And it was just I think if you're gonna do that, now, I like I said, I'm not for friends with benefits.
Understand.
But like, if you're gonna do that, you need to be able to communicate your barriers. You need to let people know, look, if coming over 2-3 times a week is too much for you, then okay, I won't come. But ultimately, I'm there for the benefit. Most guys are coming for the benefit.
That's
just
right.
Understand how it works. So if this is what you want from me, then, and coming over too much if that's too much for you, then hey, I'm cool with whatever you say. Women have the power with all of that stuff.
Exactly. That's a good point. And so you would say that a downfall of a lot of people out here in these relationship waters, a big downfall, and based on what you were saying a few minutes ago, we don't talk enough. We assume. We assume that we know where the other person is coming from, but no. Exactly. If all you want to see me is every other Wednesday night at 9:32 p.m., guess what I'm going to do?
Right.
And I guess what you also are saying, fellas, guys, on the other end of that relationship, respect what the relationship expectations are. Don't try to do too much and too less.
Right.
Honor the agreement.
That's it. Both people know what it was from the start, and if it start veering off, y'all need to have another conversation. Update the agreement or terminate it. That's it. It's an agreement.
Boy, I'm telling. Hey, listen. We can. Hey, let them put us on national-wide television. We can solve the problems tonight, dog.
Hey, right. And to me, it's really that simple. I don't know what the thing is, but like when people want to operate the way they want to operate, but at the end of the day, that's an agreement. That's something that y'all said, hopefully y'all spoke it out.
Right.
And like, if you need to change it, just change it. But I think a lot of people don't do that.
That's good.
They want to go with the feelings. They want to go with the flow.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff don't work like that.
It sure doesn't. It sure does. So what kind of, you say, I heard you say a little bit, you guys have done therapy. You've done therapy, counseling. What was the big thing you learned from therapy? Because a lot of the people that I follow in the line of work I'm in, I advocate therapy, counseling, life coaching. What was the biggest thing you learned from therapy?
Well, like you said, patience. I had to learn that, because if somebody's constantly saying you're doing this or you might be doing that, and you know you're not doing it, but then you have to try to get into, because it wasn't all me. She's coming from, she came from a certain type of environment, certain type of upbringing. So once I learned that, and a lot of times that's not going to come out just between two people.
That's a good point.
A third party, like a professional, to bring that out, and like in therapy. So once I was able to see, it was almost like seeing a movie of her life.
Wow.
Once I was able to see that, it was like, man, you can't abandon her.
Oh, that's a good word.
She's doing this. Yeah, even though she's treating you like this, it comes from somewhere, and I understand where it comes from.
Because it wasn't you personally.
Right, all the time. It wasn't me personally all the time.
Okay.
But I guess on the surface, it was just, you think I'm about to be on something.
Right, I understand.
But when you peel back the layers, like I said, it was like looking at different chapters of her life.
Wow.
That had nothing to do with me.
Wow.
And then when those things come together, I'm the one that's there with her. If I say that I love her, you're going to deal with it or not. Do you really love her or do you not love her? So
that's good.
I chose to love her, and I was like, I'm still here.
That is good. So what's next for you and the missus? What's that next level in y'all relationship? What's next on y'all agenda?
That part I don't know. I mean, so we got 2 kids in college. We have,
really.
Yeah, we have an 8-year-old together. So I brought one to the relationship. She brought 2, and then we have one together. He'll be turning 9 this weekend.
Okay.
And it's, I don't know. We're just kind of going along with it. It's almost like an empty nest house right now. It's just
that's good, man. And you happy, aren't you?
I'm happy. I'm content. I turn off my DMs, all that kind of stuff. I just don't want no distractions. I want her to feel comfortable.
That's like so good. That's so good.
How she feels. And at least on TikTok, people can reach me through business wise and all that.
Right.
I open everything up, and I tell people I feel so free now, because I used to live a life of, okay, my phone, where my phone at?
Right.
I don't do none of that.
That's so good. That's good, man.
You check it if you want to, and you can make up scenarios if you want to. There it is. But
wow.
I think she's beyond that now. I think she's past all of that. But it's just like I just don't have that. It's just an extra burden for nothing.
That is so good, man. I just thank God for you, man. And I tell people, I know some good men. I know some good brothers. I know some good men. You're not looking in the right spot. I know where the good brothers hang out. We are doing the right thing, and I want to tell you to your face, man. I am very proud of you, man. I'm just hey, you top notch with me, man.
Right. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, listen, how can people get in touch with you? How can people follow you, man?
I'm on TikTok. My name is kind of long on there. It's Viliamu, so Viliamu.
That's right.
Nene. So it's just my name spelled all in Samoan.
Okay.
I'm also on Instagram, but on Instagram I just teach Samoan on there. So,
okay.
So there's AMU USO. But other than that, I mean, on TikTok, I just talk about whatever's on my mind at the moment, whether it be relationships, whether it be language, whether it be business stuff, gangs,
because that relationship TikTok, it caught my eye, and you had kind of went through it, and I'm thinking like, okay, are you okay? You in trouble? You said, Dr. Sims, I'm okay.
yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool.
That's good, man.
Like I said, but when you post stuff, people think it's right now. Even if you say, back in the day, they don't care. They're like, they catch feelings today.
I know, right?
Right. They mad today.
Yeah.
I'm like, look, that was a long time ago.
Right. So where are you finding for what you do? Mm-hmm. Which social media outlet is really working for you? Is pretty much Instagram and TikTok same level, or what's working for you?
For me, it's TikTok. So
Okay.
with TikTok, if I have something, a really good post that gets some spread, it'll go to Twitter, it'll go
Okay.
to Instagram. I won't even know. Like I'm not even the one sharing it. So
Okay. Okay.
I'm not on Twitter at all anymore, which I probably should be. But so it'll
Okay.
be over there, just long posts about it, and videos going over. And then I would get a whole bunch of followers on Instagram.
Okay.
And like I said, I only teach Samoan on there, but I have a bunch of, I have a large African American Black following over there.
Okay.
I'm like, what they coming over here for? Because but they're just following.
They're just following. Okay.
TikTok.
Okay.
But it doesn't work the reverse way. If I were to do it on Instagram, they don't. It doesn't transfer back that. At least not in my situation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I got you, man. Well, hey, we just appreciate you, man. And this is Will Fanene. He's Samoan. So where do you live, man? Where you located?
I'm in Southern Illinois.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right outside of St. Louis, Missouri, a town called O'Fallon, like a military community.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm over here. My dad is African American. My mom is Samoan, but I grew up as a Samoan kid.
Okay.
This was a whole other topic, but they went kind of viral too. So I grew up as a Samoan kid, but then I came here. And that's when I wanted to learn about, my Black side.
Okay.
Pledge of fraternity. And, I kind of was alienated away from, my Samoan side because, they have the same sort of issues with colorism and racism.
Wow. Okay.
I would face the brunt of it because I'm half Black. So I was like, okay, I'm just cut y'all off for a minute. So I came back over here.
Okay.
And I just kind of, I got made fun of by the Black people because they're like, why are you wearing thong slippers and, you're wearing a dress. It's not a dress, it's a wrap.
Right.
So I had to learn my culture over here. And then once I did that, it's like, okay, I'm starting to fit in, now I'm a frat boy and all that. It's like, but I'm 20 years old trying to figure out,
wow.
how to fit into the culture over here. So that's a whole nother thing, though.
Wow, man, I'm gonna have to bring you back and talk about how to fit in where you fit in.
Anytime, man.
That's good. Well, thank you so much. Listen, everybody, that's Will Fanene, my brother from another mother. Thank you again for being here, man. I'm following you, man, on TikTok. Love all that you do, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on here.
All right, man. That's my brother from another mother, y'all. We appreciate him being here. We're going to run to a quick commercial, and we'll talk about who our next guest is going to be. Schedule your initial complimentary consultation today with Dr. Sims. You can contact Dr. Sims at 205-225-9757. His contact information is listed on Linktree at www.linktr.ee/Dr. Walter Sims. Again, go ahead and call him to set up your complimentary consultation today at 205-225-9757. Okay, everybody, how you doing? I hope y'all enjoyed that interview tonight. My next guest is going to be a good friend of mine, Keith B. Dixon. He used to be a photographer. He does a lot of things now. He's an entrepreneur. He just a great friend of mine. So next week, oh my goodness, how I fell in love finally. We talking about matters of the heart. Men, we love too. And we got so many men that have already shared with me they want to be on the show, and I've got Miss Vanessa. I got guests out through June, so I'm really excited about that, and I thank y'all for being here. Make sure you share this, BlueTableTalkForMen.com. Share this with everybody that you can. Okay, we want this thing to catch on. Just Blue Table Talk for Men, a safe place for men. We just sit down. Did you just hear Will? We can have a whole nother show about him being half Black and half Samoan, but we wanted to talk tonight about the relationship and how he eventually got in shape enough to become a husband. He's a father and he's a husband. He loves his wife, and they went through therapy. So he says if he had to come up with a strategic plan for love and for men and for women, number one, work on you. I advocate personal development, accountability, be able to forgive and ask for forgiveness. That's huge. And so I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. I know I did. I'm excited about this new new thing that we're doing, Blue Table Talk with Men. Men need a safe place. Men need a place where we can just cut up and talk and chop it up and share our struggles, share our fears, share our challenges, share our failures. He mentioned he got a divorce. I'm divorced. Keith has been divorced. You know, love gets complicated. You know, and so this is a safe place for us to sit around and chop it up and talk, man to man, men to men. You know, women, y'all have y'all outlets, and no shade, y'all have y'all places. But men, we need a place where we can say, hey, you know what? That's somewhere we can hang out. That's somewhere we can talk. That's one thing we can, share what we've been through together, So listen, every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you'll find us here. Make sure if you're sitting on the YouTube channel, you hit that subscribe button, turn on that bell notification so you'll know when we go live. Because another brother of mine, Coach Zeke, Pastor Zeke Bolden, he's going to be in my area next weekend, and we're going to sit down and we're going to go live. We're going to have a table talk conversation live and in person. We're going to chop it up. I'm excited about that. So listen, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Miss Vanessa, for always having my back and being my moderator. Miss Vanessa is my moderator. She's my personal, my virtual assistant, and she's the mother of our virtual church as well. And so I hope you have a good evening. And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you. Until next week, our guest next week is Keith B. Dixon. Go to Blue Table Talk for Me and share this with your followers. And y'all subscribe and turn on that bell notification for me, all right? And remember, if you stay high on life, life is going to stay high on you. Schedule your initial complimentary consultation today with Dr. Sims. You can contact Dr. Sims at 205-225-9757. His contact information is listed on Linktree at www.linktr.ee/Dr. Walter Sims. Again, go ahead and call him to set up your complimentary consultation today at 205-225-9757.